Hello and welcome to Tullamore O'Connor Park for the 2020 Tullamore Court Hotel Junior B football final between Ferbane and Tullamore. A wonderful evening here in Tullamore on the 7th of July 2021. We're just 6 months late, so the teams line out as follows. Tullamore in goal, Owen Griffin. The full back line, number 2, Sean Keane. At full back, Owen Gagan. And at number 4, Owen O'Connor. The half back line, Timmy Malloy at number 5. Ian Galvin at number 6. And number 7, Ryan Sheehan. At midfield, the captain, Kieran Hoare. Veteran of many Tullamore teams down the years. At number 9, Donica Corker. The half forward line, number 10, Michael Feely, number 11, Paul Norton, and number 12, Sean McKay. On the full forward line, at number 13, Shane Martin, number 14, Jason Hogan, and number 15, Mark Hayes. For Ferbane, we have one change from the same team. The number 9, Declan Boylan, free taker, and the team suffered an injury to his finger in a hurling challenge match, and he's replaced by Enda Cochran, number 19. The team in full, in goals, Ronan Cassidy. Ronan won a Junior C in 2009 in Ballycumber. In goals, again Tubber. At cornerback, Darren Kelly, wearing number 4. Wearing number 2, Darren Kelly. Darren Kelly from the famous Kelly family. His father, John, on the famous teams in the 80s. His uncle, Dinny, played for Leinster in the Railway Cup. His cousin was on the Galway minor team who won the championship in 2008. Darren himself was on the Gallen team that won an All-Ireland in 2011. At full back, the captain, Joe the Gooch Cooper. Joe the Gooch Cooper Butler. The one and only, the captain, Joe Butler. And at number 4, David Wren. David Wren, grandfather Sean Flynn, played in the 57 junior final. His uncle Paddy was in goals in the 95 junior final. Today, another Wren at corner back. Who would have guessed it? Brian Gilligan is on the half back line, and George Murray, they're the 2 wing backs. George Murray, tough corner back. Maybe Ronan Maguire will say something more about him in a few minutes. At centre back, Colin Egan. Colin Egan, I see his father Vinny down there, captain of the senior team in '92. His grandfather was cornerback on the Weary team in 1940 that won the championship against Ballycumber. And then over on the far side, Brian Gilligan. I was down in the Durries a couple of weeks ago. He was coming up on a kayak. The following day he was coming up on a tractor. He'll be motoring up the field today. In the middle of the field, George Dignan. What can you say, George Dignan? Managed the Offaly minor team, selector Offaly under 21 team, managing St. Aidan's in Roscommon, but he'd be best remembered probably as the man who invented the tactic of playing a wren in the half forward line. He's joined by Enda Cochran, who replaces Declan Boylan. Enda came in the last day, had a tough 2020, a bad injury, came in, superb performance the last day in Captain Corr in the semi-final against Gracefield. On the half forward line, Dara Michael Flynn. Dara, dual player, very solid, hard working. At midfield, Dearmy Carroll. His grandfather played centre field on the first Offaly team to win an All-Ireland, the 1923 junior hurling final. Father, noted man in the club, caretaker of the field at one stage, involved in teams, football and hurling. Dearmy played in the only time Ferbane played in a Junior B final. Dearmy played it at 1997 against Clara and Doon. Almost 25 years of adult service to the club from Dearmy Carroll. And the other wing, Sean Figs Feary, scored a goal in the semi-final. Solid man for a goal. His father was some man to work a hurl as well, junior hurling. And in the full forward line, the second of the Dignans, Darren Dignan. I see a message up from Kilkenny this morning. The 2 twins are dressed in the Ferbane jersey. The Garda based in Meath. Declan Killian at full forward. He brought the last load out Tyrone Pete the past week. Can he bring the cup home? And in the corner, John Dooley. John Dooley, hoping to put up a big score tonight, was now standing for Aran Levine. Since the Junior B Championship was inaugurated in 1982, Tullamore have won it 3 times. Ferbane have yet to win it. They've only played in one final. That final was in 1997. They went under to Clara. The team that day: Vinnie Ryan, Martin Gleeson, Aidan Ryan, Paddy Kelly, Liam Heine, Cathal Higgins, Fergal Maguire, Eddie Lowry, Mick Lowry, Diarmuid Carroll, Declan Murphy, Damien Phibbs, Brian Wynne, and the captain Liam Cullinan, and in the corner Dickie Cavan. The subs were John Kenny and KK Kenny. I'm privileged to be joined on co-commentary tonight by the son of one of them men. I'm joined by Ronan Maguire. Say hello to the people, Ronan.
Well, how are you getting on? Yeah, looking forward to it now. Should be a good one. Savage evening first. Maybe it might suit some of them boys out there, but looking forward to it now.
Are you suggesting that some of them boys are more familiar with a Swiss roll than a foam roller?
I'm not. Yeah, I am fairly insinuating that.
Okay. The referee for tonight's match, Mark Fallon. Wonderful to be back in Boardamone, O'Connor Park. A little bit of a buzz. We're a year late, but this is the Junior B final for 2020. The ball is thrown in. George Duigan wins the free. Enda Coughlin takes the free short, goes across the field. It's Flynn, it's Dara Michael, to Diarmuid Carroll, throws it out to Darren Duigan. Ferbane trying to loop the ball around. George Murray lays it off. Ferbane get turned over. Colin Egan comes out, wins that ball. Gobbled up by the Tullamore centre forward. The Tullamore centre forward is Paul Norton, and he concedes a free. And Ferbane have a free on the halfway line. Colin Egan knocks it back to Darren Duigan. Darren Duigan puts the ball into the corner, into John Dooley. Dooley out in front, but it's won by the Tullamore batsman. Tullamore look to work the ball out. You hear the cry from the middle of the field. You don't have to ask who it is. The shout is work. Tullamore coming out, win the free. Hogan, the big man, the captain for Tullamore, gives it short to Feely. Feely puts it down the wing, out to Timmy Malloy, back to Feely. Big hit from Gilligan. The pass comes through. Timmy Malloy's made ground. He passes it off to Sean McCabe. Sean McCabe takes a shot, deflected. They thought it was a goal, but it's actually gone wide. Could have went anywhere. So Ronan Cassidy going to kick out the first ball of the game. As I say, Ronan Cassidy, one of 2 survivors in the team which won the Junior C in 2009. Himself and Georgie Duigan. Himself and Georgie involved down the years coaching different teams. Ball comes out the middle of the field. Tullamore win the catch cleanly. It's laid off. Feely on the ball. On his left, on his right. It's gone wide again. Tullamore attacking the town end in the first half.
Just on Sean McCabe there, number 12 for Tullamore. He's a handy player, played with Offaly under 16 minor. So I just want to watch him. He's a good rugby player as well. So.
Cassidy looking to go along, puts it out the middle of the field. Deck Killian is under it, but he's gobbled up. Corcoran is there. Leaves it off to Feely. Feely off to Sheeran. Up to number 14. Over the bar from Jason Hogan. And Tullamore working very hard to press these kickouts and to keep Ferbane back down into the town end here in O'Connor Park. Cassidy drives it out down the middle. Diarmuid Carroll wins it clean, wins the mark, looks to go out the side. A free's been awarded. Free is obviously awarded for interfering with the player at the mark. But it will allow the Tullamore players to funnel back to cover that. And he tells them to go back. So, small bit of confusion. Lads will get a chance to get a bit of a breath. But it's a very warm evening out there. It's a very big field. And it could be a long 60 minutes. Georgie Dylan with the ball inside. Dooley's out in front again. But number 4, Owen O'Connor, not letting him have his own way. Dooley gets the ball up. Out to Flynn. Flynn comes across. Wins his free. Wins his free on the 45. The roar comes from the Tullamore bench. But the referee doesn't react. Free goes in. Jeremy Carroll tries to take his man on. Throws the ball out. End of Coughlin. There's a swarm of Tullamore players around him. And they turn him over. The man with the ball is Paul Norton. Same thing happens to Norton, but he wins the free. Ball comes out the side. Sean McCabe. Colin Egan trying to trap him. McCabe turns back. Gives the ball across to Corcoran. Comes across to Sheeran. Tullamore like to spread it around, like to move the different wings, but they get it inside to the full forward line. George Murray gets his foot to it. David Wren goes down on it, wins the ball back to Butler. He gives it out the side to Flynn. Flynn looking for an option, goes long, but it's gobbled up by Sean Keane. And Tullamore looking to build from the back, work the ball to the hands. They're not afraid to cross the field. That's something you'll always see with the Tullamore team. They'll always work together across. John Dooley coming from the full forward line to put pressure on him in position. The man in position is Timmy Malloy, and he passes it on to Michael Feely. Back inside to Corcoran, the big midfielder. Corcoran looking to give it long. Doesn't work out. Murray tackles, but Murray's dispossessed. Comes on to McCabe, and it's wide.
Yeah, that's 3 wide down for Tullamore, so have to be careful now. Only conceded 1 so far, so.
Yeah, they're getting them shots off. I don't think Ferbane put a shot on the goal yet. The ref is calling for the kick out. Cassidy says there's a player tying his lace, goes out the middle. Killian punches it. Won by Jeremy Carroll, dispossessed, but they win the break. Killian looking to go out the side. To Flynn, back to Killian again. Gives the ball back to his fellow Enderman Egan. Comes out to Dygan. Murray puts it out the side. Out to Darren Kelly. Darren Kelly is a long way from home and he's trying to go forward. A great hit from Feely. And Tullamore, that lifts the Tullamore crowd. And they come down the field again. Feely on the ball. It's passed into the middle. Jeremy Carroll doing an ocean work out there around the middle now. But there's not much payoff for it because they just can't penetrate what you'll often hear say a high percentage area. That one's over the top. John Dooley moving towards the goal. Moving towards loose, spills loose. Goalie comes out, there's a clash. Dooley's on the ground, ball is coming out. Tullamore look to clear their lines. The man that looked to clear lines, Timmy Malloy, comes across to Sean Keane, and they're going to cross the field again. And let's have a range here. Tullamore very patient with their build-up. But it's turned over, and the man who turns it over is Brian Gilligan. Back to Carroll. Jimmy Carroll providing a lot of outlet there. Killian on the ball. But there's no one inside. They're all out as far as the 45. That area, that middle third has been sort of congested now. George Dylan to Colin Egan. Colin Egan looks to drive forward. Gives it to Carroll. Carroll tries to beat the man. Maybe hoping for a free, but it's not going to happen. Tullamore turned them over. Tullamore, if you slow down at all, Tullamore very good at getting around and closing up. That's a fine pass ball. Comes into 14, Jason Hogan. Moving towards goal. Do you go, do you stay? Takes a shot, and it's wide ball. Another wide for Tullamore, another let off for Ferbane.
Yeah, under pressure there. It's nearly like both teams are just lining up along 45, and certainly I don't know whether it's Brian Gilligan's influence there, the rugby, but it's nearly like a rugby game there. George Murray is just sitting back there, near like a hurler or someone, but yeah, no, look, early stages yet. Close scoring affair.
You say, why would you look at a Junior B final? It's an opportunity to hear George Murray compared to Parlow. Ferbane won that kick out, but it's a great turnover. Tullamore working so hard when they don't have the ball. You nearly think they were a Georgie Dignan team. Ball into the corner. Marquez goes out there. He's a bit of a live wire. Wren is following him, tracking him. He's gone back. He's looking to come back again. But the ball has come back out to the 45 to Kieran Hogan. Hogan across to Martin. Martin looking for that bit of space. Takes it on. Big kick. Big kick. Over the bar.
Fine score, yeah. Going off the fine, another fine under his pair for Tullamore as well, so another lad to look out for.
9.5 minutes gone. Tullamore 2 points. Ferbane no score. Cassidy looking to kick the ball out. Cassidy comes out to Joe Butler. Joe Butler was in that spot there. He took the free, but the goal. Maguire scored in the junior final. Colin Kenny come down this line in front of us. Ball goes back into the middle. Georgie Dignan wins a free. Georgie Dignan. Ball being brought up. But is it any use? Because the ball just goes in. Coughlin tries to win it. Tullamore. Cassidy there. Coughlin does quite well. John Dooley comes and wins that break. Looks to lay it off, but it comes back. That man O'Connor gathers it. Tullamore look to break out through Keelan Galvin. Ground ball. Rare thing to see. Out to McCabe, the number 12. Lays it out one side. Out to Sheeran. Touches it on the ground, but the flag goes up from the linesman, and it is a line ball for Ferbane.
It's like the first 30 stroke from George Murray as well. So watch out for that as well as the game progresses.
Can't wait for the libel that goes with that. Carroll with the ball, gives it into John Dooley. John Dooley turns, sprays the ball in. Coughlin does quite well, wins the ball, lays it off. Figs, but it crumbles and it's gone. And the man that wins it is Timmy Malloy. Timmy Malloy passes it out and it comes out again. Second height. And they're looking to drive out Joe O'Connor. Hogan given the option. And comes out the side. Out to Feely. Feely puts it in the corner. Darren Kelly's driving out to it. But it goes, beats both men. And Joe Butler gathers. Steady. Backward pass. You'd be shocked. Joe never played much rugby, but he was never a man for a forward pass on the same. Out to Wren, Cassidy out to Wren, out to Jeremy Carroll. Keelan Galvin gets his hands to it. Jeremy Carroll is adjudged to have foul and it'll be a free. And we're just looking to see. I think it'll be Paul Norton that'll take that free. So, approaching 12 minutes gone in this 2020 Junior B final. Paul Norton under the stand, puts it into the corner to Hayes. David Wren follows. Hayes comes back over and Colin Egan in pursuit. Comes back across to Corcoran. Corcoran will probably look for a shooter. The shooter is McCabe. McCabe takes the shot, just sneaks over the bar. Cassidy nearly got there, but it's now 3 points to no score in favour of Tullamore. 12.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, Ferbane just looking like they're probably lacking a bit of maybe pace around the middle there. Declan Boylan, I know, got injured in just before after the semi-final, so he's a box-to-box type of player. Good move and takes the frees as well, so he's a big loss.
Out around the middle. Ball beats them all and George Dignan wins it. Dignan tries to put it in on John Dooley. John Dooley comes out and gets a hand with it. But it's that man again, Timmy Malloy, gets his hand with it, moves it down the wing. Moves it on the wing to Feely. Feely with Figs in pursuit. Sean Feely tracks back, but still goes in. Norton taking them all on. Goes to ground. Free, says the referee. And this will be another chance for Tullamore to extend their lead.
Few soft frees now after giving away. Just the importance of discipline now could be key in this, you know, especially a low scoring affair.
Brian Sheeran going back. Looking to kick this from his left.
A good golf player, right?
line, to the right and wide. Cassidy looks to kick out again. Ferbane just struggling to get that bit of penetration. Even when they get the ball, they seem to get turned over. It's a very, for this level, it's a reasonably high tempo. Sometimes that they're struggling a little bit. Ball comes out. Tullamore wins at the minute. Wins it was Corkin. Lays it off. Ball goes in on Hayes. Hayes moving towards the goal. It's a hand pass across. It's Pam. It's gone in. The man that scored it is Jason Holden. And Tullamore lead by 6 points as we approach the water here. Just such a simple thing. Quick balls just caught the Ferbane defence on the hop. And in the end, an important score for Tullamore.
Ferbane are going to be crying out for that water breath now. They're under pressure.
Ball out around the middle. Deck Killian moves to it, wins a mark, puts his hand up, looks to give it. Options are limited enough, he's going to get done very soon. He's going to throw it. There's the GA rulebook is a mysterious thing. There's a discussion going on about it down there as we speak. I won't show that one in the Sunday game though. There we go, Georgie. He loves these throw-ins. That's why Colin Egan goes to burst out.
George taking 100% record from throw-ins, so I don't know why he's even giving out about the free.
He does love a good throw-in. That and a hand pass. It'll be a tie to see which one will be his favourite skill in the game, you know. Colin Egan passes across to Declan Killian. 14 on his back, but he's playing out the field. He plays in to number 19, into Coughlin. Coughlin has the turn. He turns back, lays it out to Flynn. Flynn inside, but it's turned over. And it's McCabe on the ball. Flynn tracking back, trying to get a hand in. McCabe moving well. This big field, it's not hurting Tullamore, I think. Darren Daigan. And there's a bit of what we all here used to call a shemazel. Two players collided and they introduced themselves, and Mark Fallon is called back to play for that.
I'm not sure what happened there, to be honest. It seemed like he got a flick of the boot or something was in the head.
I'm not sure the referee is sure either, because he's gone to his linesman to consult.
He's surely a relation in two Dagans anyway, so.
A free for Ferbane. And somewhere there's a conspiracy theory starting as we speak. Colin Egan driving forward, foul in the back, goes to ground. But it's just a question of what can Ferbane do with this free? Because as you have, apart from one clash between John Dooley and the goalkeeper, Ferbane haven't really penetrated what you'll often hear described on other stations as the high percentage area.
Yeah, we just can't seem to get it in, just in the scoring area at all. Anything we do, they're just swarming us. So.
High ball, route one, goes in, batsman wins it. They'll win it high, they'll win it low. It's O'Connor, he drives out, wins a free. We've gone 18 minutes in this game. Still no water break. Kieran Holden, the captain, lays it out. Sean Keane takes it back again, tries to go along. Joe Butler gobbles it up. Joe Butler to Georgie Daigan. They're looking to put it out the side. Joe Butler comes out. He's driving down the field. Turns back. Georgie Daigan again. Georgie Daigan under pressure. Tullamore really pressurising the man in possession. Really, the real Ferbane one with the ball there now. It's not a comfortable thing. Colin Egan drives out, tries to put it up on the far side. Coughlin has it. It's beaten, but he's going towards goal. Tullamore man, Gagan gets a boot to it, goes out over the side, and I'm not sure whether it's a line ball or a free. And Coughlin managed to position himself for that. But in the meantime, I'll be taking a water break. A little bit late, we've gone to 19 minutes of the water break. And the score, Tullamore 1-3, Ferbane, no score. It's not insurmountable. The water break has just ended. Ferbane with a free. It's not an easy one. Under the stand, takes a swing at it, dropping, but it's wide. And Coughlin with the wide. Bro, what do you say at the water break there after 19 minutes? There's really been one-way traffic to a certain extent. What?
Yeah, it's hard to know now. I just see Paddy on the line there. I'm not sure what he's going to do. Of course, Conor Wynn, he had the boys all the way up to the semi-final and had a good system going there as well. But, yeah, I'm not too sure what the answer is really, to be honest. He should just get the score and get off the mark. Get going.
Tullamore with a free in the middle of the field. Paul Norton on the ball. Referee and linesman are in consultation. He's seeking out Jeremy Carroll. A yellow card for Jeremy Carroll. He'd have to be on his best behaviour from now on. Ball goes in, one by Feely, Gilligan in pursuit of the centre back. The centre back is Galvin. Laid off again, out to McCabe. McCabe turns, swings, no frees is the referee. 3 outs is the referee.
Better from Ferbane there, good tackling there, the back. George Murray, Colin Egan, Joe Butler, all just storming in there, it's good tackling.
Joe Butler looks to take the free. It's Darren Dyden. 13 on his back, but he's out the middle of the field. He doesn't have that many options though, except Gilligan, who's bursting forward. Gilligan looks for the free, gets the free. Ball goes in, but the referee calls it back. The referee sort of attempting to stamp his authority on the game now. There have been a few late hits. Nothing too bad, but I think he's fairly determined it's not going to get out of control. Colin Egan with the ball, middle of the field. 22 minutes gone. Puts the ball out to Gilligan. Gilligan looks to give the hand pass. Colin Egan wins it. Does very well. Beats the tackle, breaking forward, gives it to Killian. Killian bursts out the side, puts it down on John Dooley. John Dooley doesn't win it, but it doesn't matter because there was a late hit.
Yeah, that was excellent there by Colin Egan, and Colin of course had a bad shoulder injury as well. Like Enda Coughlin had a bad injury as well, but thankfully that was one good thing about the COVID. Them 2 boys got to come back from injury, so it's good to see the boys out there playing well anyway.
So the referee has given a card to Paul Norton. So certainly trying to stamp out these late hits. Ferbane will have a free on the 21 from where the ball landed. Yeah, I think the hit went in on Declan Killian after he had it off. Jeremy Carroll standing over the ball, standing the ball in his hand, but there's a Tullamore player receiving treatment. I think that's on up, huh?
I wonder is he going to go for now, is he going to go short? Might be the best option to go short here. Last time he kicked the long range pretty wide, so maybe short's best option here.
Ferbane certainly need a score, and it's not a guaranteed score to go along. He dropped it into the middle, which is sort of neither fish nor foul, but it's broke. The man that wins it is Sean Keane, wins the break. He does the old Jim Staples out the side, and it's reached touch, and it'll be a Ferbane leading ball, and it's gone up into the stand. Georgie Dignan and the brother Darren, back to Georgie. Lofted back in, a lot of crosses, but I think Tullamore are equipped to deal with that. Ball goes back to the keeper, comes back out. O'Connor was on the ground a minute ago, pass out to Sean Keane, and they look to launch an attack down that wing. It's going to go back to the keeper, goes back to Owen Griffin. Owen Griffin switches the wings. Figs is trying to close down the field, but he doesn't. The ball comes back out again to Timmy Reliance, driving down the line. Figs making a massive effort to track back. He's come 70 yards, but Timmy Reliance come the fine steps, and Sean Ferry is responsible for that because he made the effort to make the track back.
Great tracking there by young Figs there, Sean Ferry. Great work there. Got the free for it.
Colin Egan goes across the field. Declan Killian launches one in, but I'm not sure this is dropping in the square. It's not going to work. The man that wins it is Kieran Hogan. Out to to Corcoran, sorry. And the ball goes out the wing again. Sheeran looks to drive down. The overlap from McCabe. McCabe tracking towards goal. He's got a few men between him. They've got men inside, takes the shot. Cassidy saves, but it breaks out. Breaks out, the ball is in the net. The second hand goal from Tullamore. And the man who scored it, I think, is Marquez.
Yeah, it looks like Marquez. Another blow-on out for Ferbane. Desperately to score it up before half time. Just anything at all. Just keep some sort of hope.
Ball comes out the side. Joe Butler wins the ball. Back to Colin Egan. To Darren Kelly. Ball comes out the side, and Keelan Galvin gathers it up. Passes to Norton. Norton puts his head up, kicks the ball in along the line. Marquez. Back to Norton. Comes back out the middle of the field again. Number 6. Galvin passes on. O'Connor is up there now. Hogan lays it off. Hales, England, Gin. It'll be a free, and it'll probably be a card. George Murray.
Yeah, we called it early on. We just have to watch that. I'm not too sure. I think he was watching too much of the Euros. It's like a Harry Maguire challenge there. Last ditch defending, but look, Ferbane under pressure now. And probably just frustration starting to show a bit now. I'd say.
Norton stands over, straight in front of the goals. Well, we probably aren't experiencing it. There is a relatively strong sun at that end of the ground. We're somehow sheltered from it. It's another wide from Tullamore. And Ferbane look to raise the siege. Cassidy coming for the kick out. Cassidy kicks it out around the middle. Breaks out. Tullamore win the break. Look to drive. Darren Dignan coming across trying to close it down. But he's travelling at great pace. Very good. Just as great tackle from Brian Gilligan. Darren Kelly putting the pressure on. Ball loops around Shane Martin. Shane Martin trying to make an opportunity for a score. Keeps moving. As a whack. as a big kick, wide ball.
Just Ferbane struggling just to get on the ball really. It's just even the kickouts, breaks, everything. Tullamore seem to be swarming up, so I'm not too sure what the answer is. Maybe a short ball. Just need to get their hands on the ball.
Flynn, the wing forward, has to come back to take the kick out, passes it back to Cassidy, the goal, back to Flynn again, looking for Ren, the cornerback outside, but instead he goes to Murray. Murray lays it out to Egan. Is this a chance? Egan driving forward now, head up, puts the ball in, but there's a cover there for Tullamore every time. They seem to have, not to use these sort of terms loosely, but they have a sort of a blanket up around that. They're not playing very defensive, but they just seem to be able to cut that off every time Ferbane get the ball. Need to get the ball into their attacking flares. Georgie Dyden puts it out, does very well. Puts his head up, looks to give a pass, but comes across to Darren Kelly. Darren Kelly to Brian Gilligan. Brian Gilligan into Darren Dyden. Flynn nails it off, and Gilligan takes it on again. Gilligan is going to have to go on his own because he doesn't have too many options. He takes off down the wing. He still has no options, still looking around him. He'll have to go back outside. Eventually, Flynn comes to him. And the ball comes back out again. Coughlin tries to get a fist in. Tullamore really have the homework done there, or putting the pressure on him. Coughlin does quite well. Ball goes up in the air. As you can see, that line of Tullamore players are there. They're killing almost a dozen. Ball breaks out to Martin, or Sean Keane, sorry. And it's the centre back, Galvin, driving out with the ball, put the head down. Freeze is the referee. The Tullamore man holds his head, and there'll be a stoppage for a head injury. This is a big kick now from 45 yards out on the half hour. It's tailing wide, and it does tail wide. And Tullamore keeper, Owen Griffin, will have the kick out. Big kick up around the middle of the field. Tullamore men are under it, but it's a free to Ferbane. A free sought interference, but Ferbane's ability to do things with these frees is quite limited, just unfortunately. Murray gives the ball into Killian, he's come back in around the square. Killian loops around, gives it out to Coughlin, to Darren Dyden. Darren Dyden gives it out. It goes over the head of Colin Egan, out to Georgie Dyden. Georgie Dyden gives the hand pass out. Murray's going to have a shot. It loops out instead to Flynn. Flynn is chasing it, but it's going out over the line and gone harmlessly wide. And that brings us to half time with the score. Tullamore 2-3, Ferbane no score. So as the second half throws in, we've had two substitutes on the Ferbane team. Kayla Mudds has gone in wearing number 18, and John Mullen wearing number 27. Kieran Hogan lays it out. Comes out as far as Norton. Freeze is the referee. Yeah, we're just trying to get confirmation on those changes, but it appears as if Kieran Mudds replaced Darren Dyden and John Mullen replaced Darren Michael Flynn. Ball wafted in, wide ball. Cassidy goes to kick it out again. tenacity, puts it out the middle of the field. Kieran Hogan wins it. Superb catch from Hogan, the captain. Lays it out. Sheeran comes down the line to Mark Hayes. Hayes brings it back out. Shane Martin slips it out again to Hogan. Hogan moving towards goal. Lays it off to number 10 Feely. Comes out to the centre half back Galvin. Which is a great score. Wonderful score. Tullamore 2-4. Ferbane, no score.
Yeah, it's a great score. I need to respond now quick or 4 times. That's the better of us.
Ball comes out. John Mullen on the ball. Mullen to Colin Egan. Colin Egan trying to find a gap. Lays it out to David Wren. David Wren back to Egan. Georgie Dylan's going to be the man to gather it. Goes low to gather it. Wins the free. But where are the options? He has to go back across the field. Back across as far as Caelan Woods. And that'll surely be another free on Sean Figs.
We have substitutions on the Ferbane team. Number 27, John Mullen, for number 10, Darragh Flynn, and number 18, Callum Woods, for number 13, Darren Dyke.
Colin Egan driving forward. This hits it in on top of Killian. But the batsman does well, breaks it out. And Tullamore look to launch another attack and Hogan back again on his own 21. Out to Corcoran, comes out. Tullamore picking up that speed. Woods trying to get a hand, trying to slow it down. Coming across. Sheeran down the wing. Tullamore always prepared to work the ball around. Galvin, just to prove me wrong, kicks it in and Joe Butler gathers it up. And Ferbane look to attack with it. Darren Kelly coming out the side. Caelan Woods, the young man, taking off down the wing. Very few options, a lot of blue in front of him in fairness. And in fairness, that's a superb effect from Sean Figs. Because he had to go in very hard to get that. John Dooley with the free. Looks to go across the field. Killian tries to break it, tries to hold his man off. Hogan comes back to win the break. Jeremy Carroll wins the break. Carroll breaks into a bunch of blue, comes back out. And it's Woods. Woods wins the free.
We'll just need to settle ourselves down. Let's try and get the score. Get the scoreboard taking it all, you know, when we come back.
Drops in the square. The goalkeeper on the full-back Wilford comes out the side. Tullamore's determination when they have the ball to put pace on it and get it out into the scoring area is very noticeable. Murray gets his hand in, but it's still his, and Murray wins the free. And it's been brought up for dissent. But really, Ferbane haven't been able to even knock over these frees, so it's just trying to find that gap that's proving such a problem. John Mullen on the ball. Out to Killian. Killian wins the free. I get the shout from the line. It's for John Mullen. We take the free. It's coming across to Jeremy Carroll, and pass the ball to Jeremy Carroll instead. Jeremy Carroll on the ball, trails wide.
Yeah, again, you know, I mentioned earlier, this is where they've really missed Declan Boylan. He's red free taker, so big loss this evening.
Griffin with the kick out around the middle. Tullamore win the kick out and they find space. But John Mullen gathers on the ball. Looks to go out the side, wins the free. An awful lot of frees in this game now. It's become very sort of scrappy in that regard. A lot of high tackles, a lot of late tackles. Tullamore turned that ball over. Looking to drive and attack with it. Colin Egan trying to put pressure on Sheeran, who turns back. Tullamore now with the luxury of that lead, they're able to move the ball around. Not playing keep ball, but they are passing it around until a better option turns up. And that better option is Feely. Feely slips it out to McCabe. Cassidy comes out, makes a save. Cassidy a long way. He had to come to make that save, but he does make the save. And it'll be a 45 to Tullamore.
Yeah, good save by Cassidy. Rushed out well. Good save. Should probably mention as well that Ferbane missing Liam Taylor in defence as well. He's off overseas in Lebanon at the minute serving for the country, so it's another big loss though, I'm saying.
We have a lot of his relations out there though.
Yeah, that's it.
George Daigan. And Darren Daigan. The free goes in, the free goes over the bar. The 45. Apologies. Massive score. Very well took from Ryan Sheeran. 2-5 to no score. Cassidy goes out the side. On top of John Mullen. Ferbane win the free. The free count has got fairly expansive now. They're going to have to kick it soon because it's going to be turned over very soon. Comes to John Mullen. John Mullen going to go across the field. Jeremy Carroll takes it on. Looks up. Tries to put it in. Coughlin. Well shepherded. We're going to talk with the defender. The referee says it'll be a free for Ferbane. And it's over the bar. And after 39 minutes, Ferbane have their first score. Tullamore 2-5. Ferbane 1 point, and their first score is the end of Coughlin in the free.
Yeah, I hope we can drive it on. I'll get the confidence from that now. Start getting a few scores together and come back on.
On the wire. We've heard it here first. Mr. Optimism.
I'm a big believer. Junior A final, we came back from 9 points that he informed us to half time, so I've no Colin Kenny in the line this evening, but still we're in the green jersey, so you never know.
Martin moving towards goal, trying to make the Ackman make a decision. Flicks it, comes off the boot of Joe Butler. Kelly goes in, comes out to Hayes. Does well to get it, does well to pass it out. Comes out to Feely, the wing forward. Closed down. Will it be a free? It will. Fallon. There'll be another scoring opportunity for Ryan Sheeran. He kicked a wonderful 45 just minutes ago. It's over the bar. Tullamore 2-6. Ferbane 1 point. For those of you wondering what's going on, there's a ball wall session going on underneath us here. No sign of Paddy Butler. There's certainly a lot of enthusiasm. Georgie Daigan wins the free in the middle of the field. Joe Butler takes the ball off the Tullamore man, looks to go on the attack. Georgie launches a long one into John Dooley. John Dooley comes out, breaks it to himself, looks to turn. Turns back again. Going to get done for steps, but no, it's the referee. Jeremy Carroll puts it in. Puts it in on Coughlin. Coughlin moving towards goal. But the man very vocal goal, or is to let the advantage go, I'm not sure.
It was a good catch out in there. I'm not sure whether the referee was in the later goal. Well, look, if you take another score now, it's 2 more behind the first half now.
And it is Tullamore 2-6, Ferbane 2 points. Griffin. There haven't been a whole lot of short kickouts in this game. It's mainly gone long. It's going long again. It's going on over Colin Egan, who breaks the ball himself. 2 more minutes colliding with the show, and they're just getting off the ground. Colin Egan bursts forward, but he doesn't have much support play. Mullen comes to his aid. Mullen gathers. Mullen looks to take off. He's got Jeremy Carroll outside him, but he kicks it inside. Killian's on the edge of the square. Killian breaks the ball, looks to come around, turns a big turn, steps, comes the route, go from the stand, but it's gone to the wide. It's gone wide.
Big turn there from Becky. Just seemed to want to use that right, and that was it. So that's going to kick it out to left there. So it's a bit better though from Ferbane. It's a little bit better though.
We're seeing a substitution.
I'd say Robbie Robinson.
Substitution on the Ferbane team. Number 12, Sean Feary, is replaced by number 17, Robbie Robinson.
So Robbie Robinson and number 17, replacing Sean Feary at number 12. Robbie Robinson, going in at number 12. The owner was Brian McAvoy giving him any advice about that area of the field. It's the Tullamore number 12 on the ball. Swings a leg ahead and goes to the left and wide. Joe Butler, fullback and captain, looks to lay it out to the side. Brian Gilligan, back to Butler. It's going to go all the way back to Cassidy with the looks of things. Cassidy to Darren Kelly. Darren Kelly going down the side. Mullen comes into the middle. Colin Egan. To Gilligan, back to Mullen. Tullamore have been very effective when they haven't had the ball in breaking the link between the midfield and the inside line. They've been very incredible. They've also been very good work on the player in possession. In this half, the one thing about that work on the player in possession is the players are tired, is they have them to come to freeze. Ferbane not really overly enamoured with opportunities to do something about freezing the half. The options are quite limited. George dive into John Mullen. Mullen tries to make a breakthrough. There's a wall of blue.
You seem to have that wall of blue there, like you said there. It's very well self-defensively.
John Dooley knocks it in. Killian goes. But that's quite strong in the air for Sean Feely. And Killian, having a reputation, they've been strong over the high ball. But certainly Sean Feely isn't trying to contest it with him. He goes to break it out to the side and he's quite effective. Sheeran breaking down the line. He can score, he can drive, he can attack. Joe Butler and Jason Hogan in a bit of a battle. Hogan on the ball, looks to throw it out to Norton. Norton with a big kick off the right boot. Tails to the right and wide. And that will be all for the third quarter. The referee has called for a water play. Just as we approach the fourth quarter, we look down, see a large collection of Ferbane players down there here to support the junior Rees tonight. Oh well, it's nice gear. Surely, Rowan, and I thought you'd be a good appreciation of quality of Neil's gear.
That's true, yeah. But suppose we're getting it for free as well, it makes an extra bonus.
Cassidy.
Substitution for Tullamore, number 18, Paul Kelly, for number 13, Shane Martin.
Substitution for Tullamore, as you hear there. Paul Kelly for Shane Martin. Ball goes short to Joe Butler. Joe Butler. Caleb Woods. Out to Murray. Bam, win the free. Look to go to Jimmy Carroll. Jimmy Carroll looks to throw it out to Darren Kelly. Of course, neighbours, the Kellys and the Carrolls for years, we can't start. Ball is broken, and it's broken out to Sean McCabe. Sean McCabe to Sheeran, but it just goes astray a small bit. Sheeran looks to put it across. Number 11, Paul Norton, puts it inside. Hayes and calls the mark. And it will be a free shot for Tullamore. And the ball is to the right and wide. Roman Cassidy goes out the side. Colin Egan makes the fetch. Looks to drive forward. Has to come across the centre. He looks across, she's Georgie outside, but he turns back again. The pressure from Kieran Hogan, exceptional. Turns it over, but it's a free to Ferbane. It's really noticeable in Tullamore play that the ball carrier is not given time or space.
They look very well drilled and very well fit, very fit as well. So.
Dooley looks to give it inside, looks to break, but just not a little break right for Ferbane today. And Tullamore look to break out again. Jeremy Carroll putting the pressure on Sheeran. Sheeran turns back. Carroll gathers the ball. Gilligan throws it out, but Tullamore turn it over again. And Tullamore look to break, and they have space, and they have pace. Looking to give it inside. Mark Hayes coming out to this. David Ray in pursuit. He's come a long way from goal. He's turning towards goal. Well done, man, David Ray. Wonderful tackle. Comes back out again. Hogan with the ball to the right and wide. Ronnie Cassidy now has 2 balls. But now it's 1. Cassidy. They're going to give it out the side. Gives it out. Murray fetches. Himself a former keeper. Caleb Woods. John Marlin looks to turn. Trying to find a gap. The hand goes up for advantage. The whistle blows for the free. Caleb Woods on the ball. But the mobility of this Tullamore team, highly impressive. They're closing down that space. Ferbane's struggling to find in gaps. John Mullen twists and turns. There's the hand pass out to Killian. Declan Killian has a whack. In around the keeper. Keeper comes, breaks. Ferbane with the ball. But it's gone to the left and wide. And you get the feeling if Ferbane had ducks tonight, they'd drown. Owen Griffin with the kick out. Just about 10 minutes remaining in this game. As you can see, Tullamore 2-6, Ferbane 2 points. Around the middle. Murray won the last one, goes up for this one. He wins the break, but it's turned over again. David Wren does quite well to get down, but there's a whistle, and the whistle goes for Tullamore. Mark Hayes standing over the ball. Oh, mistake. And actually, the referee alters his position, and the free will be for Ferbane. Colin Egan. The referee tells him to go back. He's got David around behind him as an option. Ren. But at the minute of Avenue solo, we talk so much about the Georgie Dygan, out to George Murray. The two Georges, and have among themselves. Back out again with Georgie again.
George is trying to slow it again down, it looks like.
Needs a break, Caleb Woods. Caleb is turned over. And Tullamore look to attack. Marquez with the ball, he's looking to thread it through to Sheeran. Sheeran is looking. Another massive run for that, but the ball comes across. Now it's number 10, Michael Feely. Ball gone to ground. Feely is tackled by Brian Gilligan. Play away, and freeze is found. And John Mullen is on the ball. John Mullen looking to take them on and run at that defence. Solo goes fairly high. Gets the pressure on him. Hogan is the man who gets the pressure on him. Mullen gives the hand pass to Robbie Robinson. Andy Copton. Another one lofted in. And Griffin has been solid on the road. Balls that have dropped short. Tullamore in a free out. 22 minutes gone. Tullamore from 6. Ferbane 2 points.
Substitution for Tullamore, number 17, Brian O'Reilly, for number 14, Jason Hogan.
Jason Hogan, the goal scorer for Tullamore, being replaced by number 17, Brian O'Reilly. The ball is coming out. Sheeran threads the ball to Corcoran. John Dooley in pursuit. Makes the hit, free. The ball comes out to Norton. Norton, long ball into Hayes. Ren in pursuit, down into the corner, slips back out to number 18, Paul Kelly, who's come on a couple of minutes ago, treads the ball across the goal, treads it out to Feely. Feely has a pack, wonderful score. Tullamore 2-7, Ferbane 2 points.
This looks like a lot of Ferbane lads are dejected out there now, they're finding it hard to get any sort of going on at all.
The referee's notebook is out. Himself and Joe Butler are having a discussion. It'll be a yellow card for the captain. Cassidy knocks it out under Killian. Freeze is foul. Bring it up, says the referee, for descent. Killian looks to go along, looks to launch it in. There's a spare man there, but Coughlin has it, slips the ball. Robbie Robinson, oh, he goes brilliant. Great save, wonderful save from Old Griffin. Ball comes out the side, and Tullamore look to launch another attack. Norton on the ball, slips it to McCabe. McCabe manoeuvring forward. Kelly puts a hit on him. Ball treads along through. Joe Butler gets the boot out. It's the substitute Brian O'Reilly. Looks to gather the ball, scoops it up, says the referee, and it's a free out. Ronan Cassidy takes the free. The lad that took the free out, his cousin won the Irish Open. The lad he gave it to, his cousin won the Rose of Tralee. God help, all Declan Killian has for a cousin is me. Ball comes out, John Mullen can't make it. That man against Sharkeen gathers it up, it'd be very impressive. Some of the older lads, very impressive with Corcoran. Moves the ball on, it's gone into O'Reilly again. Joe Butler in pursuit. Out to Sheeran. Comes across to Sean Keane, given that option. Back across to Hayes. And this is something you'll always see with Tullamore teams. Their willingness to use the width of the field. are now in a position with almost 26 minutes gone in the second half that they can play with this a little bit. The centre back has a whack, but the ball won't go wide, and instead of running Cassidy, comes out, he's looking for a free, he's not going to get it, comes out to Darren Kelly. Darren Kelly out to George Murray. Murray looking to attack, gives it to David Wren. David Wren puts the head down, looks to find a gap. Jeremy Carroll. Jeremy Carroll looks to protect himself, wins the free. There's space over the far side, but there's no Ferbane man to exploit it, I think. Comes across the field to Declan Killian. Declan Killian has Gilligan outside him. Looks to give it back to Jeremy Carroll. Jeremy Carroll goes long inside. Tullamore man puts it out, but it's laid off. Georgie Dignan with the goal. This is a new facet of the game that we didn't know we had before this. But Georgie Dignan with the goal.
Substitutions on the Tullamore team.
In the pocket.
Number 20, Dermot Ferry. Number 5, Tim Malloy. Number 22, Mark Bannon. For number 2, Sean Keane. For Ferbane, number 20, Jamie Flynn. For number 2, Darren Kelly. And number 22, David Egan. For number 5, George Murray.
George Murray replaced by David Egan. Jamie Flynn replaces Darren Kelly. And we're just going to double check on those Tullamore substitutions. Ball lofted up. Killian breaks it. Jeremy Carroll wins it. John Mullen comes on. Caleb Woods. No freeze, the referee. He's holding his head. And there'll be a stoppage. John Mullen with a free. It was wrong, there was a free. But Tullamore looked to turn it over. That blue wall, as we'd say. The blue wall, and now it's a blue wave because they're moving at pace. 5 Tullamore players across the centre, looking to take on the ball, looking to go and drive at it. Still, with 2 minutes left in ordinary time. But they make a silly error and Ferbane get the free. John Dooley wins the ball, if they hit, and drives forward. And it will be a free. So as we approach the final curtain, I think it's fairly safe to say at this stage that Tullamore will have won their 4th Junior B title, and it's a title that still eludes Ferbane. But in general, for the year 2020 into 2021, it's been an incredibly positive experience for a team that started with 16 players in Ballyfour last July to be in the final today. And a lot of young lads who can't play today, but will be able to play in next year's championship. Young men coming forward, so I think it's pretty positive.
Number 21, Adam Carney.
Yeah, look,
number 10, Michael Feely.
Ferbane are going up to Junior A next year anyway, so I'm led to leave. So, you know, with all them young lads coming on as well, so it's great to have our 3rd team in Junior A. So, you know, positive. We can take positive from today's movement.
They're still plugging away out there. They're still going. Gilligan to Egan. We've now reached the stage where every Ferbane player, and Joe Butler's just looping back. But that's a mighty kick. That's a mighty kick from John Mullen. 1-3 to 2-7 as the clock just hits 30 minutes. As I say, all the players on the Tullamore line, such a high tempo, such a mobile game. I don't want to say high tempo, but like the level of mobility that's expected for players at this level now compared to like even 10 years ago. Like standing in position isn't really what they put it anymore. Guiding with a massive catch. Ferbane, look at the end on Offaly, look at the get a score. Brian Gilligan driving forward. Just has that sort of rugby thing with a drive. Passes it off. And he'll be a free. This is a chance for Ferbane to put another score on the board. Georgie Diamond, he's going to loft it in around the square. Jeremy Carroll wins it, looks to lay it out. David Ryan, foot block maybe, knows is the referee, yes is the referee. It'll be a free in. There's no question Tullamore have been the better side here tonight. Just an interesting factor in the second half. Tullamore scored 4 points and Ferbane scored 1-3 so far. So they didn't fall up dependent on the home. They worked very hard. I think we've given a lot of credit to Tullamore for their level of organisation, but we give Ferbane that level of credit too. Georgie Diamond off the ground. I've seen all different sides to this man.
Yeah, it was like he was going for Michael Meehan there a few years ago, but just rose a bit too high.
So Tullamore will be the 2020 Junior B champions. Kieran Hogan will go to collect the cup in a matter of moments. Kieran Hogan was on the senior panel in 02 when they won the senior championship. He was fantastic when they beat Shamrocks, I think 2007, Great Sullivan too. So Tullamore fully deserving of their victory, but a brave performance from the Ferbane team that just came up against the team that just had the edge on them. So thanks very much, Ronan. It's been good to have company here beside myself already. So,
ladies and gentlemen, you're all very welcome to Tullamore O'Connor Park this evening for the Tullamore Court Junior B football final. Just first of all, I'd like to sincerely thank the players, the management and the backroom team of both Ferbane and Tullamore for the huge effort they put in over the last couple of years. It's been a long time since 2020 when you started out with this championship, with all the interruptions, with COVID, with everything else, but you stuck with it, and we're delighted you got back here tonight. So first of all, could I just have a huge round of applause for everybody involved with both teams. I'd just like to say to Ferbane, hard luck lads. First half didn't go your way, but you kept plugging away, and in true Ferbane spirit, you battled back into it, and you played some great football in the last 20 minutes. You never gave in, and hard luck lads, and well done on the same great 18 months and for sticking with it. To Tullamore, I just want to say a massive congratulations lads. Brilliant performance tonight, very mobile. You had a few old heads in there to calm things down, and you had the youth and the pace as well, and you kicked some great scores. So massive congratulations to Tullamore, and very well done. Just a few thank yous before you go. I know there's a short night ahead, so I don't want to hold you. I just want to thank the referee, Mark, and his officials this evening. Did a very competent job. I'd just like to thank Jim Kelly for the condition of O'Connor Park this evening. There was a county final here last night as well, and the pitch was in fantastic condition. I'd like to thank all the stewards again for all the time that they give here every time we have a match, all year round. Just like to thank all the supporters. It's fantastic to have you back in such big numbers. I think it was 350 tickets sold tonight. It's a great number, the same last night for the Junior C final. So thanks a million to all of the supporters. It's great to have you back supporting our teams. I'd just like to thank our own CCC for committing to finish the championships. We said it, we tried to get as many of last year's championships finished as we could, and we're getting there now, and it's great to be playing them. And finally, I'd like to thank our sponsors, the Tullamore Court Hotel, who have been long-term time sponsors of senior football in Offaly. So without further ado, you're long-serving, one of your great players over the years, and he tells me it's his last time in Tullamore jersey. I don't know if it is or not, but it's given me great pleasure now to ask Kieran Hogan to accept the cup on behalf of Tullamore. Congratulations.
Thanks a million, Michael. First of all, lads, just want to say thank very much for Ferbane there. As Michael said there, you fought right to the bitter end, and you gave us a great game in the group stage as well. So thanks very much, boys, and appreciate that. To our old lads, what can I say? 2020, it's been one of the longest years of football, but I'm absolutely delighted we got to finish it off, and that's thanks to the county board for making sure all those fixtures were fulfilled. Boys, I must say, it's the most enjoyable group of players I've ever played with, and I really mean that, boys, from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank our management team, John Keane, John Rouse, Paul McConway. All the brilliant training. Paul was absolutely excellent. And the main man himself, without you, Manny, we wouldn't have won this. He kept us all together when things were getting tough and when lads were losing interest, all the rest. Manny, this is for you, alright? And last, I just want to mention one other man that played with us during the year and actually got injured against Ferbane earlier on in the championship, and that's Rob Tullamore, and he couldn't play tonight or couldn't tug out the last few games. And Rob, we really missed you, but this is for you also, Rob. That's it, lads. I probably haven't shown up talking all year, but that's the end of me now. No, thanks very much. Thanks again. Cheers, mate.